Hello students, what we are going to do in this video, we are going to discuss about the making of nationalism in Europe. We are going to discuss about the making of nationalism in Europe. In the last video, we have discussed about the French Revolution as well as of the Napoleon Bonaparte. The Napoleonic Code of 1804. And in this video, we are going to discuss about the making of the nationalism in Europe. The making of the nationalism in Europe, and our chapter is the rise of nationalism in Europe. The rise of nationalism in Europe, and what is there our topic, that is the making of nationalism in Europe. Making of nationalism means you can get that what is there earlier nationalism was not there, but there were the people, those who create, those who make the nationalism in Europe. The nationalism feeling spread with the France. The feeling of nationalism spread with the France, but from France to the other part of the world. As we are looking in the present time, earlier what was there? There were no modern states available, like Germany and Italy, Switzerland, whatever these states are looking in the present, these countries are in the present time, these were not there earlier present, right? So what was there? Earlier there were rule of the kings, there were rule of the monarch on those areas. Right. So what is there? There were no modern states. As the states or as the countries are looking in the present time, there were no modern states in the past before the French Revolution. Right. So what was there? Whose rule was there? Kingdoms were there. What was there? Kingdoms were there, and no collective identity. Like in India, what was there before becoming independence? What was there? India was divided into separate kingdoms, Marathas, Mughals, and many more. So people were taking their identity as their kingdom, right, or on their local languages. They were taking their identity with the local languages. They were not thinking that they were the part of one nation. So this was the work to create the collective identity. So they were not having the collective identity. There were no Italy, there were no Germany and Switzerland, because there were no modern state as it is in the present time. There were the rule of kingdoms. For example, Habsburg Empire were ruled over Austria and Hungary. What is there in the present time? Austria and Hungary is there. Whose rule was there on that time? Habsburg Empire. What was there? Habsburg Empire. And these people were considering themselves different. And in Habsburg Empire, including Tyrol, Austria, Sudetenland and Bohemia, these were there. But these people were considering themselves separate. They were considering themselves, they were thinking that they are not the part of one nation, but they were thinking that their group is on the basis of their language or on their culture. So what was there? There were no collective belongings. Next thing, people speaks German and Italian. What was there? Earlier, people of aristocrat class, they were speaking German and mainly German language, and people were speaking German and Italian. Mainly what was there? Aristocrat class, they were speaking German language. Who are the aristocrat? The rich class, those who are having the special privileges, that privileges are given by the king. And the high class is known as the aristocrat class. And they were speaking German language. And people speak German and Italian language. But in Hungary, what was there? Half population was speaking Magyar language, and 50% speaking the different dialects, local dialects. They were speaking the local dialects. So this was the task. People were considering themselves as different. This was the task to make the people to make the nationalism in Europe. This was the task to collect the people under one umbrella so that they can unite and create nationalism. And create nationalism in Europe means in different countries of the Europe, so that they can raise their voice against their kingdom. But how they can raise their voice against, how? So another thing I'll tell, another thing is there many other groups also lived within the boundary. What is there? Habsburg Empire, there are different groups and different language groups were living on the boundary too. So the only binding tie, what was there? They were considering themselves as separate. But what was there? What makes them unite? The only one thing was there that makes them unite, that they were having the common enemy. They were having the common enemy. Who was the common enemy? The kings, the monarch. Everyone's common enemy was the monarch. Everyone's common enemy was the monarch. That's why this was the only tie, the only binding tie to these diverse groups. The diverse groups mean many languages group were there. That diverse group were having this common enemy, that was the emperor. That was the emperor. So this was there to create the making of nationalism in Europe, and many other examples are given in your book. So you have to read that, but that examples will not come in the finals because this is on the fact base. This is on the fact base. So read these, whatever I have told you. So what is there? Next is aristocracy and the new middle class. Unit 2.1. It is unit 2.1. We have read that what was the making of the nationalism in Europe. The making of the nationalism in Europe, and now we are going to discuss the aristocracy and the new middle class. What was the aristocracy? Aristocracy means the rich class, the rich high class and the new middle class. The rich high class and the new middle class. Rich high class, the privilege, those who got the privileges by birth, those who got the privileges from the high class. High class means from the royal family. And the new middle class, there was the emergence of the new middle class. I hope so you all are able to recall what was the new middle class. In France, the state was divided into three categories: first state, second state, and third state. And the third state was divided into two parts. That is the middle class and the peasants, and the poor class. The middle class and the poor class. What was there in the new middle class? First, we will see about the aristocracy, rich land aristocracy. What is there? Rich land aristocracy. They were rich land aristocracy. They were the rich class people. They were the high class people. What they were doing? United as a class. They were united as a class. What is there? United as a class. Whosoever was there of aristocrat class, like of German aristocrat, of French aristocrat, whosoever community was there, the rich people of that community, they were in the connection. They were in the relations or in the connection, despite of their regional diversity, whichever from they belong to whichever region, but they were in connection because of their class. Because of their class means they belong to the high class. And what they were doing, they owned states, spoke French, connected by marriage ties. What they were doing, they were connected with each other with marriage ties. They were married from within the high class. They were marrying within the high class. For example, the Louis XVI was married with Marie Antoinette of Austrian princess. And when France was expanding his territory. Then what was there when what was there, the people raised their voice against the monarch. What was there, the Austria tried to help the France. So they spoke French and connected by marriage ties, but they were small in number. What was there? They were small in number. How they were? But why they were small in number? They were small in number because if everyone will become rich, then who will be do the work for them? Who will be do the work for them? That's why they were small in number. Then what happened? The people got some consciousness and they raised their voice against the aristocrat class. Then those who raised their voice against the aristocrat class, they were the new middle class. They belonged to the third state. What was there? They belonged to the third state. But what was there? They raised their voice against the aristocracy. What was there? In the 18th century, there was the growth of industry. There was growth of industry in Europe. In 19th century, there was growth of industry in the Europe. Then what was there? These middle class, these business class, what they did, they earned a lot of money. They earned a lot of money, and what was there? The industries were becoming. The industry was continuously growing. The industries were continuously growing. Now, what was there? The growth of commercial classes. The growth of commercial classes. Commercial classes means the people, those who like businessmen and the industrialists. Those who were running these industries, they were known as the commercial classes. They raised their voice. Why they raised their voice against the aristocracy? They are also rich. They are rich now because the trade is flourishing and businesses, industries are flourishing. They became rich. But what was there after becoming rich? Then also they were facing so many problems because they were not having the rights that the aristocrat class were having. So they raised their voice against the aristocracy, right? So became middle class, industrialist and businessmen, educated liberal middle class. Who were there in the middle class? Industrialist, businessmen, educated middle. Earlier what was there? The poor people. They were not giving the education to their kids, but as they were earning more money, they were sending their kids to the school, and now they became educated. Now the educated middle class, they raised their voice, and liberal-minded middle class means open-minded people of the third state, middle class, they raised their voice against the aristocracy. And what they did, they unite all the people under one umbrella. What they did, they unite all the people under one umbrella. And this they perceive national unity and oppose the privileges of aristocracy. I told you what they did, they unite all the people under one umbrella, and they said that we are not separate. They, like we have read earlier, that I told you earlier that people were thinking that they are from the different regions, but the middle class, they perceive as a nation. They said that our enemy is one, that is aristocrat. So what they did, they raised their voice against the aristocrat and they abolished their privileges. What they did, they abolished their privileges. So this was the topic, unit 2 and 2.1, and I hope so you all people are getting. If you people are facing any problem, then please message me and call me and ask whatsoever queries are with you. Right? Don't skip any topic, don't skip any video. Oh, till then, stay home, stay safe, be healthy. Thank you.